Well, hasn't this been quite the shit show? Hasn't this been quite the shit show? Jussie, Jussie Smollett, for people that don't know, Jussie Smollett was out walking late on a very, very, very cold night. He went out, got himself a Subway, and he was apparently set upon by two men. The men punched him, kicked him, beat him up a little bit, threw bleach on him, and also put a noose around his neck. And while they did so, they said, "This is MAGA country," and also called him a few homophobic slurs. Obviously, there was a media outrage. Everyone was so outraged and sickened by this attack. You had everybody standing behind Smollett and just, everyone supporting him. But it turns out that he might have actually faked the entire bloody thing. Two law enforcement sources with knowledge of the investigation tell CNN that Chicago police believe actor Jussie Smollett paid two men to orchestrate an assault on him that he reported late last month. Smollett denies playing a role in this attack, according to a statement from his attorneys. Yeah, the boy's lawyered up. Good idea. The men, who are brothers, were arrested Wednesday, but released without charges Friday after Chicago police cited the discovery of new evidence. The source told CNN that the two men are now cooperating fully with law enforcement. Smollett told authorities he was attacked early January 29th by two men who were yelling out racial and homophobic slurs. He said one attacker put a rope around his neck and poured an unknown chemical substance on him. It's believed later on that this was bleach. The sources told CNN that there are records to show the two brothers purchased the rope found around Smollett's neck at a hardware store in Chicago when Smollett was waiting on the police turning up, which took some time. He still had the rope around his neck. He just decided to keep that on his neck the entire time. Also, he didn't drop his Subway sandwich that he bought. Apparently when he was getting the shit kicked out of me, he saved the sandwich. The sandwich was safe. A man after my own heart. Priorities. But as a victim of hate crime who has cooperated with the police investigation, Jussie Smollett is angered and devastated by recent reports that the perpetrators are individuals he is familiar with. The statement read. Interesting. Interesting, because the funny thing about it is the two men who were arrested were Nigerian gentlemen who were black. And I think it was one of them had actually worked on Empire before. One of them had actually worked on the show, so Jussie knew the guy. Jussie knew him. So it's really, really strange that two black gentlemen would carry out, a lynching by putting the rope around Jussie's neck while saying, "This is MAGA country." That's extremely strange behaviour for two black people, especially when Jussie actually knew one of them. Jussie knew who they were. Smollett's attorney said they expect further updates from Chicago police on the investigation and will continue cooperating with authorities. At the present time, Jussie and his attorneys have no inclination to respond to unnamed sources inside of the investigation, but will continue discussions through official channels, the statement read. Smollett identifies as gay and since 2015 has played a gay character of Jamal on Fox TV drama Empire. He works for Fox. Oh, okay. So what happened? According to Chicago police spokesman Anthony Italian Man, the actor told detectives he was attacked by two men near the lower entrance at the Lewis Hotel in Chicago. Police were told the two men yelled "Empire Fabot" and "Empire Nibber" while striking him. In a supplemental interview with authorities, Smollett confirmed media reports that one of the attackers also shouted, "This is MAGA country. This is MAGA country, boy." In Chicago. A reference to President Donald Trump's "Make America Great Again" campaign slogan. Thank you for clearing that up for us, CNN. We would have never understood that reference. The day after the incident, police released surveillance images that showed two silhouetted individuals walking down a sidewalk, and police said they were wanted for questioning. The two men were arrested Wednesday. Police on Friday said the men were being viewed as potential suspects and that detectives had probable cause that they may have been involved in the alleged crime. But by Friday night they had been released. Italian man said, due to new evidence as a result of today's investigations, and detectives have additional investigative work to complete, he added. One of the men has appeared on Empire. Italian man said. A police source told CNN on Friday night that the men had previous affiliation with Smollett, but did not provide additional details. Fascinating. Absolutely fascinating that two black men carried out a lynching. Isn't that strange? And then Smollett knew one of them. Knew one of them because he'd actually been on the show. It's fascinating. Giving me that big think. Really giving me that big think. Following the alleged attacks, Smollatt's colleagues and fans rallied round him expressing shock and sadness. We have to love each other regardless of what sexual orientation we are because it shows that we are united on a united front. Lee Daniels, the creator of Empire, said in a video posted to his Instagram page on January 29th. And no racist fuck can come in and do the things that they did to you. Hold your head up, Jussie, I'm with you. Smollett gave his first detailed account of what he says was a hate crime against him and the aftermath in an interview with ABC's Good Morning America that aired Thursday. During the interview he expressed frustration at not being believed. Well, it kind of turns out that people might have been right not to believe you, man. It feels like if I had said it was a Muslim or a Mexican or someone black, I feel like the doubters would have supported me a lot more. I don't know, maybe. Like, I feel like if a Muslim or a Mexican, like, did a lynching, I would find that kind of weird. I probably wouldn't believe that, like, if someone went, like, you know, if someone said a Muslim did a lynching, I would be like, a Muslim? Like, no, that's a bit strange. Smollett said, and that says a lot about the place where we are as a country right now. Smollett stated that one of the attackers shouted, "This is MAGA country," before punching him in the face, but he refuted reports that said that he told the police that the attackers wore "Make America Great Again" hats. I never said that, he told ABC's Robin Roberts. I didn't need to add anything like that. They call me a fabbit and a nibber, which is, there's no which way you cut it. I don't need some MAGA hat as the cherry on some racist Sunday. Now, the problem with the Jussie Smollett thing right now, all of his friends believed him, which I can't blame them for that, right? If there's someone you're close to and they're a friend of yours and they come up and go, I was attacked, I was beat up, like, you're going to be, because it's your friends, you're going to immediately jump to anger first instead of investigating further. Like, and so see how the people that worked in Empire and the people that know Jussie, I don't blame them for immediately taking to Twitter and being angry. Like, you know, if your friend gets beaten up, if your friend tells you that they got beaten up, you're going to be pissed off. You're going to be angry. So, like, I don't blame them at all for taking to Twitter. But everybody immediately jumped on this and politicised it, going, oh, they said MAGA country, oh, fuck Trump, oh, Trump's a racist, and all that type of stuff, and they just ran with it. But it's at the point now where all, you know, the congressmen and women and everyone in government and all these big actors that tweeted out in support of Jussie, they're now all deleting their tweets and they're all dialing back their support because more information has come out that Jussie paid these two guys to assault him. Paid two Nigerian men, black Nigerian men, to carry out a racist attack. So everyone's dialing back the support, and now Jussie's came completely under fire because everyone's saying that because of what he did, people are now no longer going to believe whenever someone comes out with a racist attack. And that's true. That's completely true. What Jussie did completely ruins the validity of any claims of future racist attacks. Like, see, if the attack was real, if Jussie was really walking down the street and two white guys came up saying, this is MAGA country, and, like, you know, threw bleach on him and beat the shit out of him, if it was real, then fuck those guys, they deserve to rot in jail. Fuck them for doing that. Right? You know, no time, no patience, no fucking... no fucking mercy. Like, fuck those guys, put them in jail, right? I'm completely fine with that. Assaulting people? No, fuck you. But the fact that he has done this is now going to make everyone question. You know, someone could go out and have this exact same scenario happen to them, and people will just go, yeah, but did it really happen? And now they're not going to get believed. It's just like with the rape thing, you know, a lot of women lie about rape. So that completely fucks up, you know, most rape claims, because most people immediately assume that the woman is lying. And that's all this is going to do. It's completely destroyed the validity of claims of future racist attacks. For example, like I was saying earlier, you know, just last night, Maajid Nawaz got jumped when he was in Soho. Someone punched him in the head and called him a fucking packy. I think the welt that he's got in his head was because the guy had a ring on and it split his head open, so he's probably going to have a nice permanent scar from that. But Maajid, like, I know Maajid. I like Maajid. And I don't believe he's lying. I don't believe he's lying. But the thing is, you know, I feel the same way about Maajid as, you know, people felt about Jussie. And but I don't believe Maajid is lying. I don't believe he doesn't have it in him to lie about something like this. I completely believe him. A guy beat him up, called him a fucking packy. Fuck that guy, arrest him and put him in jail. See, actual physical assault over identity. Now this is where people get a little bit confused. I'm for free speech. If someone called Maajid Nawaz a packy in the street, you know, that's free speech. If Maajid turned around and said, "Fuck off, you filthy white boy," that's Maajid's freedom of speech. He's allowed to do that. But see, actual physical assault, I don't believe the hate crime tag should be added on there. I don't believe that should exist. But assault, yes, absolutely should be illegal. So fuck this guy, he should be arrested. I don't feel Maajid is lying. But see, because this has happened, like, right on the back of the Jussie Smollett thing, so many people on Maajid's status on Twitter were accusing Maajid of lying. They were accusing Maajid of pulling a Jussie Smollett. That's the damage that Jussie Smollett has done. He's completely ruined the validity of claims of, like, actual hate crimes. Like, I don't believe with the moniker of hate crime. I don't agree with hate crime, but, you know, this is an assault. This is an assault that was committed against Maajid purely because of his ethnicity. So yeah, fuck the guy that did it, and I hope he goes to jail. But it couldn't have happened to you at a worse time, Maajid. Like, right after Jussie Smollett. So you post this and everything, and everyone immediately just accused him of lying. And oh, you did it to yourself, blah, blah, blah. I know Maajid, and I don't believe he's lying. I believe this is completely real. I do. But the thing is, there's people out there that don't know Maajid, and they're just accusing him of lying, and you've got Jussie Smollett to blame for that. Now, if it ever happened, there's so many hoaxes, so many claims of hate crimes. You know, there was, like, places that get graffitied with swastikas and a church get burned down and everything, and it turned out it wasn't even white people that did it. It was people that were trying to make racism and bigotry look a lot worse than it actually is. It's not good to inflate problems. It's good to look at problems objectively, statistically and factually, because then you're going to have a much easier time of dealing with them. But there was someone, I forget his name, I'm very, very sorry, posted on Twitter that the Jussie Smollett thing was actually an indicator of the way society is, where we sort of idolise victimhood. We idolise people being victims. You know, if someone becomes, you know, a victim of something horrendous, everyone immediately parades them around and gives them attention and gives them validity. And that is the way things are going, which is why I don't know what it is. Which is why you're getting a lot of people that are claiming, you know, mental illnesses and disabilities, you know, and genders and all this type of stuff, and basically, you know, I was a victim because of this, I was a victim because of that, I was a victim because of this, and basically these people get praise, attention and adoration, and that's the society that we've cultivated. So basically the Jussie Smollett thing is the sign of a bigger problem. People want to feel like victims, but they also want to use their victimhood to attack their enemies. Because, I mean, let's say, you know, the Jussie Smollett attack was real. Two white men, full on MAGA hats, you know, Dixie flags on their tank tops and shit like that, actually did beat up Jussie. People would have blamed that on Trump. That's not Trump's fault. That's the way it works. Like, that isn't Trump's fault. Trump is not commanding people to do this. Trump would probably be the first to condemn this. Trump really does have quite staunch American principles. It's a case of if you are in this country legally, then your rights will be protected. You have a right to not be assaulted. And the best thing about, you know, the way that rights should be structured is rights don't care about gender, sexuality and ethnicity. If you are human, you have these rights. Doesn't matter what colour you are or sexuality you are. If a person punches you in the street, that person will be arrested and punished for infringing on your rights, because you have a right to not be assaulted. Like, so that's the way he operates, which is why I like him. which is why I like him. It's the way this country should operate as well. I don't believe there should be the hate crime tag added onto it. But people should definitely be arrested for assaulting people. So the Jussie Smollett thing, if it basically it's kind of been confirmed at this point that it was a complete hoax. So fuck him, right? But whoever fucking did this to Maajid, yeah, fuck that cunt. I hope he goes to jail. But another thing as well is I seen which was bewildering to me. Apparently, in the wake of the Jussie Smollett attack, Congress are trying to pass an anti-lynching bill. Is lynching not illegal? Like, I'm pretty sure if I went over to America and lynched a black man, the cops aren't just going to go, oh well, we don't have a bill in place for this thing apparently, you know. So you're free to go, buddy. No, I'm pretty sure that I would probably be looking at the chair. I'm pretty sure I'd be looking at the chair or the gas chamber or the lethal injection if I lynched someone. You know, I'm not American and I don't know a great deal about American law, but I've got a feeling if I lynched a black man in America that I wouldn't really be getting away with it now, would I? Now I've got a feeling that I probably would be getting punished, so I'm really not sure what this anti-lynching bill is for. Okay, but in regards to the Jussie Smollett thing, he has done so much damage. He has done so much damage because it's not a case of just, you know, some ground level loony, you know, like the guy that burnt the church down or the guys that were spray painting anti-Semitic graffiti everywhere, and it turned out you know, it was blamed on white supremacists and all that, but it turned out the people that did it were black, right? It's not even a case of that. This is a big major LGBT celebrity, which is why what Jussie has done is so damaging, and his own side have even came out against him, and I agree. People that lie about things like rape and racism and all that stuff, all they do is cause horrendous damage to their own cause. Like, I guarantee, like, Maajid is the perfect example of the damage that Jussie has done. Maajid gets assaulted, and everyone immediately called Maajid a liar and thought he was doing a Smollett. So yeah, just don't lie about this shit. Don't lie about it, because see if someone actually gets assaulted, like, and he really did get assaulted, I would like the people who assaulted them to go to jail. I don't want the entire thing to get dropped just because everyone immediately thinks that they're lying. Okay? Fuck you, Smollett.